Hey, what's up guys, Dhruval here back with another video, and in this video I'm gonna show you how you can create a face that is made out of smoke. So let's get started. So as you guys can see, my image is already open inside Photoshop, and if you want you can go to file and open any image you want. Now this image is from devantart.com, and if you want to use it, the download link is in description, so feel free to use it. So to start with, double click on your background layer and hit OK, so it will unlock it. Now this image looks fine, but there is not enough area in headroom, so first of all go to crop tool and make it slightly bigger like that, and that looks fine. Now as you can see, we have this blank area which we need to cover up. So for that, go and select a rectangular marquee tool and make a slightly, like really small selection that covers this black portion. Then press Ctrl T and let's make it big enough so that you can also zoom out and make it big like this, and then hit enter. So let's select it, and to remove the selection all you have to do is press Ctrl D, so it will remove it. Now if you zoom in, you can see there is a bit of a problem, but in the end it's gonna be turned into smoke, so that doesn't matter. Now create the new blank layer by clicking here and then put it under the image layer. Now select your paint bucket tool, and sorry, not the gradient one, the paint bucket tool, and then select a white color and then fill it inside your document. And if I turn off, you can see we have this white color as background and the image layer is on top. Now apply a layer mask from here, and then this time with paint bucket, instead of white, fill in the black color in your mask. So click here, and the image is still there, but you just cannot see it. So if I fill in the white color, as you can see, it's still there, and if I paint with the black color, it is gone. So that's really simple logic. Now select your brush tool and let's go to brush options. So as you can see, I have some really cool smoke brush already, and if you want to use the same brushes, the download link is in description, so use it. Now once you load your brushes inside Photoshop, click on this icon here, so it will open even more options, and here you can find your brushes, the smoke brushes that you just loaded, and here are some really cool options that will allow you to make some spacing and rotate your brush and do some really awesome stuff. So as you can see, my brush is selected, and when you download the same brush preset to follow this tutorial, in all of the brushes my favorite one was this one. If I go here and I could show you this one, this 1120 is my favorite one. So yeah, this brush works really well. So first of all, I'm gonna make my brush really bigger. You can use the size here, but I prefer using my big bracket key, so it helps. So first of all, make your brush bigger and make sure your color is white, so when you paint in your mask, it will reveal the image, as you can see. So I'm just gonna rotate my brush like this, and that looks fine, and click here so that we can reveal the image, and that seems fine. Now I'm gonna rotate to the other angle like that, and let's make it even slightly other side, and then click again. So this process can take from 5 minutes to like 2 hours, so get ready for that, but the final output is worth it, so I like to do this effect. Now I'm gonna rotate it even a bit more, and as you can see, even when I'm using the same brush, it doesn't look repetitive because the brush set is really cool. So I'm just gonna rotate it like that and put this one slightly here on this side. Okay, that does look repetitive, so I might make a bit small change here and there and rotate it, and then put this one here. So now that looks fine. So as you can see that there are other really cool brushes too, so all you have to do now is just keep repeating it. And the other part is that you can use the brush really different way, like this one is right now looks like this, but if you just rotate it, let me first increase the spacing so you can see properly. Now I'm gonna rotate it 180 or whatever, and then I'm gonna make it big, like really huge, and then I'm just gonna use the bottom part to reveal some area. So when I click here like that, so it reveals the hand, and it doesn't even look like the same brush. So this way you can also use the same brush differently again and again, and it will be still worth it. So right now it looks okayish, and now I'm gonna fast forward and use different brushes so you can see how you can create the final output. So as you guys can see, I have created the basic smoke output, and that looks kind of okay, not very good, and that's the down point of this effect. Like once you create something with this effect, you cannot repeat it unless you use the selection. So yep, that and that's also kind of advantage, because every time you create something, it's gonna be new. So now it's the time for color correction. So create new adjustment layer and select curves, and I'm gonna make a shape that looks like S, and then I'm gonna boost the contrast. So this shape basically boosts the contrast, and that looks fine. So let's make it even a bit more darker, and that looks fine. Now go to your blues and create that old cliche vintage look. Add bit of blues and then add bit of yellows, and suddenly the image starts looking really beautiful. I don't know what is about these colors, but it looks damn good. And now create new layer and select vibrance, and this time add bunch of vibrance, maybe 30-40. And if you think that it doesn't work very much, then don't use it. It is not very important step, I would say. And for the final step, as you can see, the image has become a bit darker because of colors and all stuff. So create new curves layer and boost the highlights just like that, simply, and it will also make the smoke look even more better. So that looks fine, and we are done. So the final output is ready, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. And if you really did learn something, hit that like button so I can know. Also, you can subscribe to my channel so you do not miss any of my updates, and check out these awesome tutorials by Tutorials Junction. So till then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with Photoshop.